I've tried it. I've been there. It's just not my gig. Kind of like concealer in a sense. Sometimes you just need a little bit. For me, it's the same thing. I know it's supposed to be 3 products, but this is a whole palette, so consider it one, okay? It's not always about the money. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you guys can tell, we're going to be talking about our top 3 favorites in every makeup category. Now I do have everything laid out already here in front of me, and I'm going to kind of go in the order in which I would apply my makeup in the first place. I'm going to start with the brows because that's what I do first. You know, I'm a brows before makeup kind of gal. If you are as well, let me know down in the comments. I know some people prefer to leave that to last, but me and brows last just don't get along. I've tried it. I've been there. It's just not my gig. So, starting with brow products, also I did try, with the exception of what I'm about to go over now, I did try to at least put an affordable product into the mix, so that way everything's not like all high-end products or all drugstore products. There's a little bit of something for everybody in almost every category that I could make it work for. So starting with brows, I have here the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I use this religiously. It's creamy, it goes on easily. You do have a spoolie on the other end of it, which is also nice, so you don't need like 2 different products, because we all like to brush our brow hair upwards, I'm pretty sure. But I have that, and this is in, what shade do I have? I believe it's like a dark brown or something. Oh, these are numbered. So this is number 4 that I have this in. And again, I use this religiously. I've had this one for, I don't know, a couple of months, I feel, and I still have quite a good amount of product left. There's probably even more than that, but, you know, just letting you know. I have a lot, and a little bit of it goes a very long way. So I really do love this brow pencil. Now, I will just say that this is not the only brow pencil that I love, but I wanted to include other products as well. Number 1 being the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. This right here is my absolute favorite. I have tried so many brow products in terms of like gels and stuff. The NYX, Anastasia's clear gel or whatever in the container. I have it somewhere, but nothing works for my stubborn brows more than this product right here. So this is my tried and true. I will continue to use it, and I don't see myself switching up. It really holds my brows in place as they are today. It's the only thing that I can get to hold my brows in place. Everything else, my brows, you know, I can comb the product through it and it'll stick up for a little bit, but then they'll come right back down. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I just got stubborn brows, but that is holy grail for me. And then lastly, I threw this in the brow category. This is the Nars Soft Matte Concealer. If you know, you know. I love to use this not only to prime my lids for shadow, but also to help carve out the brows as well. This is a must-have product for me. Anyone who watches even just 1 or 2 of my videos should know this. I rave about this all the time. So I felt like it was only right to throw it in this category because it is what I use it for mostly, and yeah, I'm not getting rid of it. So those are my top 3 brow products, and literally you could do your brows with just those 3 products alone. So next, I like to do, normally nowadays my lashes are done as they are now. I do like we'll get into it, but I am gonna go over eyes next in terms of lashes. So I picked 2 mascaras to share with you guys, as well as the Bond and Seal. So this right here is the Falscara Bond and Seal that I use for my individual lash method, and I absolutely love this stuff. I've tried a different kind of like adhesive for the individual lashes from Amazon, was not a fan. Went right back to this immediately, and this for me is good enough, and I will continue to use this. I know people say there are better things out there, but I have not come across it yet, so this is tried and true for me, especially since I'm just all about doing my own lashes. And then when it comes to mascara, I don't wear mascara on its own, obviously, but if I am putting on any type of mascara, it will either be this Maybelline Sky High mascara, which I do love, and the Telescopic from L'Oreal, the Blackest Black, I think this is, yeah, Blackest Black. So these two mascaras are basically my go-to mascaras. I rotate between the two of them. Like today I used the Sky High on my bottom lash line, but sometimes I'll use the Telescopic on my bottom lash line. It just depends what kind of mood I'm in. But I love both of these. They don't flake up on me personally, and they last throughout the day, in my opinion. When it comes to color correcting, I don't do that too often, but sometimes I feel like I need to. I don't have a lot of products in my collection personally for that type of thing. I literally only have 2 things, but I use these 2 things religiously. So these are, or this category, if you will, is the only category I would say only has 2 products. So first I have this one from Pixie. This is the Correction Concentrate in Bright Peach. Love, love, love using this. You know, I used it today. It looks really, really nice underneath your makeup. Nice enough to the fact that, to the point where like you don't see it. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like it does help cover up the darker areas on my face when I need it. So I do love this. And then I also love to use this from Fenty. This is her Bright Fix, and mine is in Honey. And this, I believe, only even comes in 1 shade, but again, the Brightening Peach. But this is in Honey, number 10. And I love this for just adding a little bit of brightness underneath the eyes. I didn't use this today, but again, I do pull for it very often, especially when I feel like I really, really just need like a nice pick-me-up. And I like to use this on its own when I'm not necessarily wearing makeup, but I want a little bit of a brighter under eye. And as you guys have seen in previous videos, if you watch me consistently, I have used this in other areas, like, you know, the upper lip area, kind of like concealer in a sense, even though it's technically not, but I use it as one. So love this product as well. So now we're gonna move into the application of the makeup, starting with primer. I'm gonna start with my number 1. It's pretty much my holy grail and the product that I feel I use the most of because it's also skincare. So this is the Tinted Live hueguard 3-in-1 Mineral Sunscreen, Moisturizer, and Primer. It has SPF 30 in it, and clearly you guys can see I've used this product up. I mean, I still have a little bit more, but for the most part, this is like an empty bottle, if you will. But I love this. Again, it is skincare, but it's also a primer as well, which I have said in a previous video that I just feel like primers isn't something I use too often when it comes to doing my makeup, because my skincare, I feel like I'm doing such a good job with that, and this definitely helps. So I decided to incorporate it in this video because it is important to me and something that I'm pretty much always wearing. If I'm not wearing another SPF, it's this one, and I definitely have to get another bottle of it, but you know, that's neither here nor there. And then other products that I like to use when it comes to priming is this item, One Hit Prime Set and Refresh Spray. So I do like to use this as like a nice little mist to put on my face before I put on, you know, any type of makeup products, but you can also use it to set as well. But this is more so a primer to me and kind of like an in-between step, because you guys know me. I do my makeup, but I also spray my face kind of in between each step just to make sure that I'm ensuring that the makeup lasts. So love this stuff for priming. And then the final primer, if you will, is this one from Tatcha. Another great product, I feel personally. It really helps with the pores, and the skincare benefits incorporated in the product itself also make it to where like it sits higher on the list versus other primers that I have. That doesn't mean that any primer I've said in the past that I've liked or loved or whatever, it doesn't mean that I don't love those things, but these are kind of like the top 3 choices that I felt like deserve the top 3 spot, if you will, because they're the most used in my collection. So love this primer as well. So 3 great things. And in terms of affordability when it comes to the primers, I would say, I mean, they're all pretty up there. This you can find at Ulta if you didn't know, and it is in more so like the $20 range, but I feel like it's very, very, very worth it in my personal opinion. Now let's move into foundations. So of course I couldn't do a top 3 favorites without mentioning my number 1 favorite, and that would be this from Sephora. So again, we have the, what is this called? Perfection Mist Airbrush Foundation. So love it, very, very airbrushed on the skin, and I just love the way it looks. Very lightweight, not greasy, and you know, you can build it up to whatever coverage you desire, which I think is great. So I love, love, love this product, and you guys already know that based off of my foundation declutter if you've seen that video, so I'm not even going to talk your ear off with that. But onto a more like recent purchase, but I've fallen in love. I have the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. This has easily become like my everyday foundation to wear, and I literally only need 1 pump of this. But I love, love, love this product, just very lightweight, and Nars sits at the top for me when it comes to complexion products because I just love their makeup. I don't know what they do to it, but it got your girl hooked, and I'm obsessed. So that has easily become an everyday product for me. And then the third foundation that I wanted to talk about to give you guys more of like an affordable option, because I could have easily chosen something else in my collection, it is the NYX Blur Tint Foundation, which I feel is just amazing. I have visions of what my face looked like after I used it for the first time, and I'm just so in love with the finish of it. I see it on my sister now, and her face just looks really good every time she puts it on. If you don't know, I haven't purchased my correct shade in that just yet. I'm still looking, but the minute I get my hands on it, believe me, I will be buying it. But I do love that one, so that's more of like an affordable product for you if you care. Moving on to concealers, I have this one first and foremost. This is from Rare Beauty. This is more of like a natural wear type of concealer. It gives you coverage, not a whole lot, but enough, I feel. And it's more of like that everyday effortless type of concealer. Love the consistency and just everything about this, so much so that I do have 2 shades in this, and I do use both of them. 320W, which I have here, and I also have 310W as well. So love, love, love a good Rare Beauty concealer. She definitely did her thing with that one. Now, when it comes to like a more fuller coverage concealer, I like to go between 2 different ones, which I pulled them both out for today's video. First, the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. A lot of people compare this to the Tarte Shape Tape, which I can see where they get that vibe, but I love this a lot more. This is the original one. They do have a hydrating one. Never have tried it, but I do like this. This is more on the matte side. Again, definitely gives you that coverage, and I do use this very, very often, so much so I had to go out and buy a new one because I ran out. And then last but not least, as I said before, Nars does their thing when it comes to like complexion, so foundations and concealers alike. So this is the Radiant Creamy Concealer. Now you have those who love it and you have those who hate it. I'm definitely one who loves, loves, loves this product, hence why it's in this video. And I don't even mind the small little wand. Yeah, you don't pick up a lot of product at one time, but you don't always need a lot. Sometimes you just need a little bit. And so I love, love, love this concealer and will continue purchasing it until forever. Okay. Moving into these next couple of categories, I just want to throw out there that I tried to challenge myself. Instead of dividing cream products in terms of bronzer and blush from powdered products, I wanted to challenge myself and kind of combine them together. So moving into bronzer and blush and highlight, I am going to list creams and powders. Still only 3 products, but a mixture of the 2. So starting with bronzer, because I kind of do that before anything else, I have 1 cream product and 2 powder products. So starting with the cream product, I have the Nars yet again. This is beautiful packaging, first of all. Let's talk about it. And then their Laguna bronzing cream. Love this stuff. I have it on today. It's easily become like my go-to. It's not too deep, but not too warm. And I'm just one of them girls who Bronzer, contour, it's all the same to me, even though you do have those who be like, it's two different things. For me, it's the same thing, okay? So love, love, love that one from Nars. And then when it comes to powder, this was a really difficult like choice, if you will. I really had to think hard on what I wanted to showcase today, but the bronzer in Saddle from ABH is just perfection. Okay, I don't care if I use, you know, any other bronzer or whatever, whether it be cream or powder. 9 times out of 10, I'm always going in with this one from Saddle. It's just, it's a staple for me at this point, and I fear I'm not going to stop using it. And then finally, we have the Physicians Formula Butter Collection. So the bronzer that I like in this palette, the Butter Bronzer, there's 2 different ones, Sunset Bronzer and you have Butter Bronzer. So there's 2 different ones in here. Don't mind. The palette has been through some things. But these bronzers up here, I know it's supposed to be 3 products, but this is a whole palette, so consider it one, okay? But these 2 mixed together, I absolutely love the butteriness of it, the glow, especially in like summertime, springtime, when you want that nice, just like bronzy glow going on. Oh, this palette is definitely where it's at. So let's jump into the blush. Again, mixing creams with powders and other things. So we're gonna start with the powder today on the blush, and this is an ambient, or sorry, this is Hourglass Ambient Blush in Dim Infusion is the shade name. Very, very pretty blush. I'm obsessed with pink at the moment, and this has like a little bit of like a sheer shine to it as well, which is nice. So it works amazing in like the summertime when the sun reflects on your face. It's just really beautiful. I had a hard time deciding which blush I was going to share with you guys, but I figured I'd do this one because I really, really do like it. And then when it comes to the cream side of blushes, of course, I had to shout out my girl for Rare Beauty, okay? This isn't Happy. This is my favorite pink liquid blush that I own. And as you guys have seen recently in my latest makeup video, if you've seen it, I have enjoyed mixing this with my concealer. So love, love, love the Rare Beauty liquid blush. And then I feel like I would be doing a disservice if I did not mention the putty blush from e.l.f. Of course, I picked up the pink one out of my collection, but I have other shades as well. And I seen that they have an orange one. I think it's called Bahamas or something. I thought I had that, but I really don't. So I need to get that one because that one, I guess, has like argan oil or something in it. But anyways, love the putty blushes. Really, really nice formula. They go on smoothly. You can apply it before you do your powders or after powders as well. It really does not matter. It will not mess anything up. And again, I just feel like, number one, I had to give you guys a cheaper alternative option, whatever. But also, who would I be if I didn't mention it? Because these are actually really, really, really good to use, in my personal opinion. All right, let's talk about some highlight. So first and foremost, I have this palette from Sephora. I do not know like the name for it. It doesn't really have one, but I love, love, love this shade right here, specifically this golden shade right here for highlight, because it's not like chunks of glitter or anything on your face. It literally looks seamless but gives a nice glow, and I am obsessed with it. I believe this is actually it's a blush palette, but again, I love that golden shimmer for a nice highlight, which is why I chose to put it in this set. And this right here would be like the cheaper alternative to the 3 different options. So we have that one, and then we have the Rare Beauty and Flaunt, this liquid highlighter, again for more of like if you want like a really nice glowy dewy look. This liquid highlighter is really pretty on the skin, so definitely had to add that in the top 3. And then finally, I am so obsessed, it's kind of dirty, but I'm obsessed with this highlighter from Fenty. This is an Afternoon Snack in Mo Honey. Love these. Love, love, love. This highlighter specifically is like my #1 highlighter from her. All the rest of them, I mean, I can care less, but this right here is everything. This is definitely a go-to. No, there is one more that I do like. There is one more shade I do like, but this is my top right here. So those are my highlighters. Kind of went through that pretty quickly. Let's talk a little bit about setting the face. So I am not one to personally have a lot of powders in my collection, whether it be loose or packed, compact powders or whatever, for like foundation per se. Actually, I don't think I own any like foundation powders, but I do have a lot of like translucent, loose setting powders or whatever. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm trying to say here. So I did pick my top 3. My number 1 is kind of difficult. So I would say my number 1 spot when it comes to powders lands between 2. And I'm going to share them with you. So we have the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. I guess this is kind of like a foundation powder, if you will. I don't use this for underneath my eyes. I use it for like the perimeter of my face. But I do enjoy using this one. Just very smooth and flawless on the skin. And then I also have the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in medium. And I do enjoy using this underneath the eyes, but I will also use this for around my face as well. And these two are basically staples in my routine at this point. I don't use them together, but alternating between the two of them, I try my best to do. But I'm not gonna lie, this gets picked up a little bit more than this one, but I still love the both of them. Now for a drugstore alternative or option, if you will, I feel like I would be doing myself a disservice if I did not mention this. So this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. The obsession and the hold that this powder had on me when I first ever tried it was unreal, okay? Very much so. If I was someone who didn't do this, you know, on a daily and produce this type of content for you guys, and I was just a normal person in society, you know, minding my business, this would definitely be the powder that I chose to kind of keep in my drawer or like everyday makeup, because it's just, it goes on so smooth and just so blurring and just makes your face look so nice once you set it. It's not powdery. There's no flashback. The obsession with this powder is just unreal. So we're gonna start with setting the face, you know, face sprays and stuff. So I have my Pretty Fresh from ColourPop. As you guys can see, there's a little bit, but best believe I do have a full bottle on reserve in my drawers for when I run out of this, because I love this stuff. Before Item was a thing, this right here, before this came along, this was my go-to. I've kind of given this a little bit of a back seat ever since getting the Item spray, but it's still something I very much love, and it is affordable, and I just love everything about this. The way that it feels on the skin, the way that it mists on your face, the way that your makeup is set and locked into place. Oh yeah, this is everything. This is everything you could want in a bottle. So love this, and definitely my number 1. Now I also want to share with you guys this one from Revolution Pro. If you like more of like a mattifying finish, not too matte to where it looks dry and crusty, but matte enough to where it still looks nice. This is the, again, Hydro Matte Fixing Spray. I don't know if I said that. This also has hyaluronic acid as well in it, and it has vitamin E. And again, it just sets the face real nicely and mattifies it in a way where it doesn't look crusty. That's important. So we have that one, to drugstore. Who am I? And then finally, the Fenty Baby What It Do. I don't think a lot of people talk about this, or at least I personally haven't seen a lot of people talk about it, but I really love the finish of this. The way it sets the makeup down, and everything just looks nice. When you want more of like a dewy finish without being overly dewy or shiny or anything like that, this right here is gonna be your best friend, and I just love her. So those are my top 3 choices. I'm really shocked at myself right now that I have 2 drugstores in this one, but hey, let's just say the drugstore is where it's at when it comes to sprays sometimes. You don't always need to spend a whole bunch of money to get or achieve the desired look or outcome that you're looking for. It's not always about the money. It's about the quality of the product. Remember that. All right, finally we have our lip products. So anyone that knows me knows I live and breathe for the Laneige lip sleeping masks. I have 3 because, again, I mean, I have more than this, honestly, but I pulled these ones out because, like, I just had to make it known that the obsession is quite real when it comes to this product. Now, I will say, if we're talking flavors, I don't know. Mango is my favorite. Mango is definitely my favorite. It's my most recent purchase. And it's just something about the mango. It's really nice. So this one is in fact my favorite, but I have them in all different types of sizes, in all different types of flavors, whatever you want to call them. So grapefruit, mango, berry. I have a blue one, kind of like a mint one. I got them all. Love me some Laneige, and you guys know this because I'm not really a lipstick girl. If you didn't know, I don't really wear lipstick. I'm gonna try this year, but it's not really my thing. So I'm always down for a clear gloss or some type of lip mask that I can just throw on and wear throughout the day. And Laneige is definitely something I grab. And then I also have this one. It's very much rubbed off and almost gone, but this is from Jouer. I think that's how you say it, Jouer. And it's just another clear balm that you can just throw on your lips, perfect for every day, whether you have makeup on or not. And I love using this one, hence why it's almost gone. But I had to mention that. And then a newer favorite, if you will, from the moment I put this on from that last makeup video. If you were there, you know what I'm talking about. But this is the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Gloss. So not only does it provide a nice glossy shine to your lips, it also plumps them real nicely and it lasts. I love, love, love this gloss. That, yeah, I picked up a little mini, but I'm definitely going to have to get a full size. And I should probably apply some on now because I've been talking forever. But I just want you guys to see, like, I love this gloss. Alright, you guys, so that is everything that I have to share with you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I definitely plan on doing a video just like this, but for skincare. So if you're interested in that, make sure you stay locked into the channel. Bell notification on so you can be notified when I upload, because I will be getting that video out for you guys. But in the meantime, in between time, I want to take the time to say thank you for hanging out with me. And hopefully I will see each and every one of you in my next upload.